Well, Tasteless, I filled up your thermos without burning my hands. You want to know how I did it?
How'd you do it?
I went out and found a nerd from not Korea, and I said, Tasteless wants you to fill this up for him. He said, really? And I was like, yeah. And then he filled it up, and he burnt his hands, and he had tears in his eyes. I said, fool. And I took the thermos, and I pretended that I filled it up.
That's sneaky, because I thought you did fill it up. I thought you were a nice guy.
No, man. I'm not a nice guy. Don't be crazy.
I got to eat most of my sandwich.
I saw.
But I didn't quite get to finish it. Got a little bite left.
Yeah.
But soon. Got enough carbs, enough energy for the next game. It's going to be another very exciting
Zenio versus Top.
game.
Two teammates going at it. Top has always been a really great player. Known for his macro.
Yeah, he's never really in the spotlight compared to some of these other Terrans. I mean, Bomber tends to overshadow him. But
he's a player that I could always see getting very deep in the GSL just because he's a solid, great player.
Me too.
Zenio, on the other hand, last season, he played one of the most disappointing sets that I've seen in Code S for seasons against Hongan. But this season so far, he's put out some pretty intense, pretty amazing Zerg vs. Terran games. So this could actually go either way. Zenio has impressed me recently, and here he is. As you see, he took out Byun and ASD, two very good Terrans.
Now, Zenio, he's also a Zerg that's a little bit overshadowed by other players like Nesty, like Lucera, but he is still a very worthy opponent.
Yeah.
So you got to watch out when going up against somebody like Zenio. I do think this is a pretty even matchup, though. I'd say 50-50 either way.
Yeah, it's with Zenio's new ZVT that we've been seeing, I'll agree with you. I will say this could go absolutely either way.
Now, we do have the map being Crossfire for our opening map, so that, it's so funny. We always talk about how that map's, hard for Zerg, but then Zergs always win it. But, guys, architecturally, any map where you're going to have to expand over and over again, closer and closer to a Terran, is going to be a pretty tough situation.
There's some tough decisions that you have to make as a Zerg. Do I rush to Burrow? Do I make extra speedlings for counters? Do I rush for creep everywhere? Do I rush to mutas to multi-pronged harass? And you can't do all those at once. You have to choose what you want to do and how well will your opponent actually counter that.
Now here is OGS Top, looking like a little badass. And I have to say, he is. We've casted a lot of games from this guy, actually.
Yeah, he's been
one
around
of the
forever.
Many OGS players. Note these guys are both teammates too. That always makes stuff a little bit weirder.
Oh, definitely makes it a little bit weirder, as you so thoughtfully said.
Yes.
Top, very good macro. If he plays this first map pretty methodically, this Crossfire map, should be in good shape, I think. He's very quick.
Yeah, he's pretty smooth.
And of course, you might be like, well, how does quickness help you on this map? Well, the thing is, it's going to be a lot of multi-pronged harassment coming in from Zenio, most likely. It's either going to be that, or it's going to be Baneling landmines, most likely. So,
yeah.
We will see, though. It sounds like a Fortress remove for Zenio. Very standard Zerg choice against Terran remove. Daybreak removed by Top. And
probably didn't want to play on a map he hasn't played that much of.
Yeah, I think that's a fair assessment. And, Daybreak, it's pretty long. There's a lot of bases.
Yeah.
Zergs aren't particularly scared of playing there.
So, momentarily here, we're going to get this game underway here. Two teammates, OGS versus OGS. Zenio against Top. Zerg against Terran here. And again, I think this is going to be a very even matchup. I can't emphasize it enough. I have no clue who's going to win this.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're going to see soon enough.
I am actually really excited, Tasteless.
It's going to be pretty badass.
Yep. Will Zenio continue to show off his very improved ZVT?
Yeah.
Will Top get a top 8?
It could go either way, like I said. By the way, actually, I forgot what I was going to say. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I had a little brain fart. Anyway, so we're going to get this game going. Little boo-boo. Little brain fart there. Zenio against Top. We're starting this. I'm Tasteless, with me as Artosis. We're the Casting Archon, and this is the GSL.
I can't control this compulsion, like a moth into the flame. A fiery embrace completes my...
In the upper right, one of the few Zergs left here in the GSL, he is
Zenio.
Zenio. Ah, very nice. Is that actually like Protoss units dressed up as
a
stuffed
Zergling
animals?
and a Zelot.
Not sure. In the bottom left, we have our Terran player, teammate of Zenio. He is Top.
Top throwing down his barracks. Oh,
That is a fancy, fancy sign.
that's a lot of glitter, man.
That's a lot of glitter.
Well, right now, Top looks like he is going to be going 11-11 racks. Now, this is pretty much the most aggressive opener that you can do. And they're not proxy completely, but they are definitely out in front, so it's going to be a little bit quicker rally time. Zenio,
And
though,
Zenio, what?
he says, forget it. I'm not going to try to defend a hatch here. It's too difficult. And he is going to expand his first expansion to a completely different area.
That's pretty smart by Zenio.
Yeah, you know, that's very interesting. Because, of course, if Top figures out and goes over there, that thing is dead, man.
Extractor before pool. This is
He's also, he's
Still-
making extra drones as well, but I guess he's banking on Top not finding that base. He's banking on Top not wanting to walk into his main base and actually battle, because, of course, the creep's already there. You have all your drones in close proximity. It's a very interesting build by Zenio. Very greedy build. And against the 11-11 racks, I don't know.
I guarantee right now, as that SCD got there, Top went, what? No
Yeah,
expansion?
Top's
He's
looking
going,
at that
what?
pool, and
Wait,
he's like,
pool?
Pool isn't done. This is
Something's up.
mighty peculiar.
Now, will he check the other location? You can see Top has to send his SCVs back.
Yeah, actually, Top started to, then stopped.
Yeah, now he's turning him around.
He's a little bit confused. A little bit confused right now.
He's going to peek at the upper right, or upper left, rather, location.
He's looking at the gold first. Smart choice.
Yeah, gold's the most predictable place if it's not.
And he
Natural.
may even want to bunker the bottom of the ramp, to be honest. That's actually such a strong move that we never really see anymore because of the increased bunker build time. Now, speed on the way for Zerglings as well. And Top is just confused, man. He has no idea what's going on. He's checked the gold. He's going to go check his own gold, even. It's like, Zenio, what are you doing? Zenio's not telling him at all.
I had to really commend Zenio for this. This is actually a very sneaky strategy. Top has no idea what the hell is going on right now.
Now just a really weird bunker placement right there.
Yeah.
I guess he wants it out of range of any possible spines or roaches from high ground while still having some containing qualities.
Again, he still doesn't know about that base we just got a shot of. And this is where, you have a very good response strategy to your opponent. He just says, well, he's not going to know what to do if I do this.
Yeah.
And right now, Top is having to think on his feet.
Uh-oh. Top is going to scout it.
Here he comes. Sups.
And now Zenio might be in trouble. Zenio making nothing but Zerglings at the moment, realizing that he might be dead here. I mean, it's a lot of it's going to be based on how Top moves his units. Does he just unload and go? And look at this. Oh, beautifully done.
Ah, very
and
nice.
This is the type of position
Very
that's going to
nice.
be almost impossible for Zenio to actually get out of.
That's so smart by Top. He
Yeah.
just boxes him in. He's like, well, no, I'm actually not going to
And
deal with your army and your main. I'm just going to box you in.
look at this. That is too many Marines to deal with right now. He does have some lings out on the ramp. I mean, out on the map. Some more about to pop.
And there's really no way this one time that
Uh-oh.
he saved-
Oh, never mind.
Oh.
He turned around. He could have possibly gotten into that main base. Did not do it, though.
The hatchery is now dead. We didn't get a shot of it, but it is gone.
And those, well, it looks like it's going to be a Baneling all-in from here. And you can't really blame him.
Actually, that might even work.
When you have the bunkers at the bottom of your ramp, it wasn't just, the ramps weren't just made bigger at the bottom for pylon blocks. It was also for these bunker blocks.
You know what? Actually, I think he's going to win this.
Yeah, I think he is too.
Zenio.
And-
Why so handsome, Zenio?
He has 2 Banes left. That's a perfect amount. Uh-oh. Goodbye, Top.
Damn. This was an interesting game. Quite a story to tell with this one.
You know, it opened up with Zenio just tricking Top so much, then Top making some great moves, but then, you know, he overcommitted with his units out there, and Zenio... GG, wow.
That was actually quite a game. Ah, nice. Zenio pointed at his head.
He's like, look at me.
I'm the thinker.
My opponent, I know him well. He's a macro guy. He doesn't think that much. But me, I think a lot.
I think.
That's what Zenio just said with those hitting his temple right there.
That's sign language for that. Top, that was actually quite a roller coaster of a game. That went all over the place.
Yeah, they were, you know, at some points, Top was on top. Sometimes he was at the bottom.
Unfortunately.
Highs and lows, tasteless.
Yep.
Ups and downs.
We're going to be moving on into game number 2 here, which is going to be on the map Taldirum Ultra. So hopefully we'll have some better. Well, actually, I shouldn't even say better moves because that was actually a great game.
Yeah, that was
actually
a
really
great
good game.
There were so many little intricacies of, oh, you committed this many Marines. Yeah, I think a Baneling Bus will work, and it absolutely did. You know, that was. It was great that he had that many Zerglings out on the map. He just kept making them in the top left. He made a queen up there. If he hadn't made that queen, if he had been like, well, this might get found, I'm not going to make the queen, he loses. But he had that queen. He got those few injects. Top was not aggressive about stopping the eggs hatching up there. He was standing on the left side of the hatchery where the eggs were on the bottom. If he had stood surrounding those eggs, he would have killed all the Zerglings as they popped out. He would have lived through that easily.
He was thinking that no matter what, if he gets the hatchery, he could do whatever he wants from there.
Yeah, which is not the case.
He didn't account for how many Zerglings were actually on the map. He should have had a little bit better defense. I think he probably thought there was maybe like 8 Zerglings on the map. No, much more than that. Enough to make Banelings, and after you blow up the entrance, get the Zerglings inside and kill them.
Yeah, so Zenio definitely outthought Top there. Top made quite a few mistakes, as we saw. He's not as good at things like dealing with the unseen. If it's something he hasn't practiced a lot against,
he's a little bit more of a conventional player.
Yeah, he's good at what he's practiced. And has he practiced that game before? Never saw that game before.
No.
Yeah, so Zenio, I think he kind of knows this because he practices with Top all the time. He might be throwing out something a little bit weird again on Tal'Darim. Tal'Darim's a pretty standard map. Top's going to feel good at this map. So Zenio, I think it's a good idea for him to throw out something that Top really doesn't know how to do.
Anything in particular, or just the general idea of play outside the norm?
Yeah, just that general idea. I wouldn't give anything exactly specific because, you know,
excuse me,
some of them are a little bit all-in-ish. I don't know exactly how Zenio wants to approach it.
Yeah, we're going to see. Game number 2 on the map, Tal'Darim Ultra. A lot of psychological tricks going back and forth there since these guys train against each other all the time. Both of them basically saying, at least from game number 1, I am not going to allow this to be something you're comfortable with or something that you're used to. Because I highly doubt, by the way, the Top practices at 11-11 racks that much against Zenio.
Yeah, probably not.
All right. The countdown has started. Game number 2 between Zenio and Top. Let's get ready for some more kick-ass StarCraft 2 action here at the GSL August. Yeah, we definitely got to start playing this music. Instead of having just a recording, we can have Animal from the Muppets doing the drums and everything.